Hello guys, how are we all doing? It's Janine back again. Janine, 54, talks about anything and everything. They say, I was looking on Reddit and they said, I'm just doing CC's tea while I'm prepping a tea for the next 4 days. CC's me dog. And I was looking on Reddit, you know, whether anyone uses Reddit, and they say that your introduction has to be really catchy. And if you don't catch people like in the first, say, 10 seconds, there's nothing down for you. So, well, there's nothing down for me, is there? But I thought, you know what? I just think it is what it is. People who want to watch will watch, and those that don't won't. I'm certainly not changing my dynamics to suit the world, shall we say. I mean, if you know, part of my journey is learning to do things not to please others, so I'm certainly not going to go down that path, am I? But it made me chuckle. I mean, I know people, they want to come on and they want to get monetised and all that jazz, and that's perfectly fine, but for me, it's fun. It's part of my therapy, should we say, and because it is, I think it is. And I do like it if someone gives me a comment. I'm not going to lie, if people have watched. I mean, how would I feel if no one watched? I don't know, because it's never happened, but I would be doing a disservice to myself if I changed my the way I do things because I was listening to what other people said. But I found it interesting because there are some people that are determined and also affected by, you know, if people click off after 10 seconds and stuff like that. And I get that completely. I'm not saying I'm fully cured by not worrying about what people think, because of course I do, I'm only human, but I like to think every day I come on and do one of these, or every time, I didn't do one yesterday, is a day that I get a little bit stronger, and if I can, you know, have someone a little bit interested or give a bit of snippets of information that people like, then it's happy days. But I certainly don't want to get into that mindset of going down that rabbit hole where I think, you know, no one's watching, because a lot of this, it's journaling really for me. I'm just going to wash my hands, guys. It's fish, so be careful. I'm still here. So yeah, so what have I been up to? What have you all been up to? Most to the point, never mind me focusing on myself. Do you know what? The time just goes nowhere, doesn't it? You know, there's lots to talk about, but at the time, this past fortnight, I've been talking about having my implants out. So yeah, I'm all right. You know, they are still very, very sore, especially this one. But I've stopped wearing them compression pads. It's hot and they're just dead uncomfortable. And to be honest, you know, I think I've said before, they're not going to end up here. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I thought they'd end up down here, and they're not that bad. In fact, I'm quite pleased with them. And, you know, I've worked a lot on my body image, haven't I? You know, going from someone who couldn't look in the mirror to looks in the mirror every morning and says, I love you. Do I have days where, you know, that doesn't work? Of course I do, but, you know, I think I look all right. Do you know what I mean? So I'll show you my outfit for today. So Cece's down here because she knows I'm cooking tea. This is my little number. So these pants you've probably seen before if you've watched me. Marks and Spencer's kids section, 15 quid I think they were. My shoes are from Deichmann in the sale last year, but they're dead nice and they go with anything. They're like slippers. And my top is from a charity shop and it was $3.99 and I just love it. I love it, and I love the fact that I wear it and I think I feel I look good in this. I feel like I look fantastic. And do you know what? Let's hope when I'm 82 I'm still dressing like this. Do you know what I mean? And having that confidence and that, you know, I went shopping this today, and if you've seen one of my videos prior, you know, I was nervous. And every day I try and build my confidence to put something on and think, yeah, I'm going to wear it. And I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to tell myself I look gorgeous in it. And, you know, it's in my mind, me worrying about what other people think. No one's laughing at me. No one, you know, people are too concerned about their own lives to be laughing at me. And even if they were, well, that doesn't make them a very nice person, does it? So I'm not bothered, but I work on that every day. So yeah, boobies are feeling fine. Very, very sore and sore here. Still some pain around my back. But I'm doing okay. I've just had a sleep, to be fair. I'm sleeping a lot, I'm resting a lot, which is good. Still off work. And just pottering, really, that's all I'm doing. And I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm just going to check Tilly mince veg in the microwave. Not ready. So she said I'm doing veg salmon. And she's got some rice already in the fridge. And then she'll have a chia seeds, a flax seeds, and olive oil. Won't give her peanut butter today. And what else will she have? Won't give her any Greek yogurt. But she's had some carrots today as well. But yeah, I just think body confidence, it's all about what you tell yourself. And if you keep telling yourself, do you know what I mean, that you're gorgeous. And I think, well, people might think you're big-headed, Janine. Maybe I am. Do you know what I mean? But I remember years ago, a guy was out when I was young, probably in my middle 20s, and was out in a nightclub. And this guy said to me, "You've got lovely shoulders." And I didn't think about it at the time. But then I put this top on today and thought, I have got lovely shoulders, haven't I? And you know, most people, you know, you would think, is it lovely boobs, bum, legs, you know? And, you know, I was young and I didn't think about it or take anything of it, but on shoulders, beautiful, eh? And I think, yeah, I've got lovely shoulders, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the beeper, bear with. The veg is done, just the salmon now, and then she can have a tea. 5 o'clock she has a tea and it's 4:45 now. So, what have I done today? Oh, I got a fabulous present off my friend Dave downstairs. Where's the other bit to it? I'll have to pause you and show you. So, if you've watched me from the beginning, which is maybe 3 months now I've been journaling, you'll know at the start. I was quite strict, and I had quite a strict routine for my eating because I've lost a lot of weight. However, now I'm a target, and I've probably been a target, I want to say 6 weeks, but if you know me, you know that I don't set things in stone, because that's part of my journey, me trying not to be in control of everything. Oh, I've got to know that date, I've got to know that time, you know what I mean? You know, I've got to know what colour, what clothes am I wearing tomorrow. I'm trying to let go of all that. But anyway, I would never have thought of blending strawberries and stuff like that, because it breaks down and has the fibre content in your body, and it doesn't work as well for you. And that was my rabbit hole at that time, and it served me well and it did me really good. You know, I've lost the weight now. However, it's time to take my foot off the gas a little bit, and I do make myself, I never used to. At the start I used to take protein shakes to get me protein in, and then I stopped doing it. And then I started again to have a protein shake of a morning, but have it as a long sip drink. Just, it's a little trick I'm using to keep myself fuller for longer. Because you get that food noise, don't you? I don't know whether you do, but I do. And I love my food, so I'm developing. Anyway, I digress. So he got me this, and it's a NutriBullet, but it's a chargeable one. Now, you know I've got my food processor, but it's big and it's clumpy, and you have to get everything out. Anyway, he got me this. So it's rechargeable. It's from, I don't know where he got it from because it was a present, but oh my, it's amazing. So this morning I did strawberries, kefir milk, chia seeds, flax seeds, and 2 scoops of protein powder. And probably about 11:15 I made it. I was busy this morning. I can't tell you what I was doing. I was faffing. Well, I stayed in bed for ages, just doing a bit of the Untold app and that, and doing a bit of meditation. I've got that grace because I'm off work at the moment, but to stay in bed a bit longer. But it was just, I just sipped it through. Now I've got this, it's dirty, I haven't washed it yet, so you'll have to excuse the filth. But I made it with this. Now normally I make it with water, but I had kefir milk that I needed to use up. And I filled that and then some ice, and that lasted me about 2 hours. I was just sipping on it. And to be fair, at one point I put it back in the fridge because I'd had enough of it. But the point I'm making is, it's kept me full all day. And yeah, I did blend down the fruit, so me gut's not gonna have that job to break it down. But in the grand scheme of things, does that really matter? So what I'm learning is, it's okay to take my foot off the gas. So if you feel like that, then it's okay to, you know, mush some strawberries up, because in essence, by me doing that, it lessens me food noise and I eat less. So that's my tip of the day. So let's have a check of CC's salmon. So yeah, I think in time gone by, if I had a plan, then I'd stick to it, and I wouldn't, like, I'd be rigid and I wouldn't be open to suggestions. So I'd always think, right, this is my plan for the rest of my life. And what I have learned is that plans can change. It's all right to change your mind and think, well, yeah, I said that that was working for me then, and that we shouldn't break down fruit because the fibre content's different. But it's all right to change my mind, and it's all right to think, well, I've told that to people. Well, I did at that time, but I can change it now. And in time gone by, the fear of me, you know, being called out by someone and saying, well, that's not what you said 2 weeks ago, Janine, it stopped me changing my own mind. So if you feel like that, then, you know, doesn't matter if someone calls you out. 9 times out of 10, they won't call you out. But it's just the way you mind things. Now, there's a little girl on TikTok called Amy Watt. I think she's in her 30s, and she gets a terrible time off people. She gets trolled, you know, and it's dreadful. So I do know that people are out there. Are people out there that are horrible keyboard warriors, aren't they? And, you know, I always thought when I started my channel, what if someone's horrible to me? And I remember time gone by, someone did say something negative. But now I'm strong enough to think, who cares? I've changed my mind. If you're with me and you're friends with me on this channel, then you'll understand. And if you're with me to have a go at me, then bugger off, because I don't want to know. Do you get me? Anyway, back to the salmon. So what I'm saying in a nutshell, I think, is that the more do we push ourselves, the more boundaries we set, and the more that we believe in ourselves, the less fearful we become, and the more we don't think about, you know, what would CC eat that for? You know, the more we push ourselves out of our comfort zone, the less fear we'll have, and the more braver we will become, won't we? And that's what's happening to me now. Next week something might happen that might push me right back, you know, but I can't spend my life in this fear where, well, I can't speak up, I can't change my mind, I can't come on TikTok, YouTube and do that, because I've got to live my own life and be authentic to my true self, and believe that 99% of people are nice, do you know what I mean? And my past experiences shouldn't stop me moving forward, because I'm not in the past now, I'm in the present, aren't I? So I hope that helps. If you feel like that, you know, I'm always plugging the Untold app. If you haven't got it, and you do have, you know, situations where you have anxiety, self-doubt, anything like that, get it. If you're on an Apple or an Apple only, because they don't do for Android. Anyway, I bought CC a new food holder. It says, pause off. And I got it home and it fell apart. I was like, oh gosh. Anyway, I've stuck it back together with my own fair hand. So I glued it, and then I put some more nails on it. No more nails on it, and it seems quite sturdy. But it's better because she's having her own food. She moves around. Well, she did have her own food prior, but she had kibble. Now I'm making her food. The bell was moving around all over the show, and it's like it wasn't good for her. There was food ending up all over the floor. So this goes like this. So it sits in there like that. I think it was a tenner from Home Bargain. No, what's the other one for Home Bargain? Is it B&M? Yeah, B&M. So it's nice, isn't it? Pause off, it says. Pause off. So yeah, she's happy with it. So that's that, right? I'm going to get the salmon out. I'm going to put this back down and then get the salmon out. Yeah, so does anyone else hold back, or have they held back because they, you know, they're scared of what they think people might think? Or do they not speak up because they're scared of confrontation and a reaction? So, you know, and we're never going to be fully cured of things like this, do you know what I mean? I'm sure, you know, like Mel Robbins, who's a massive speaker, has moments of self-doubt still, but that's what I find. So there's CC's salmon and rice that the Untold app is so great for. It just helps. It just really, really does. And just, I just can't praise it enough. And, I said about me inner critic, didn't I, Matilda? And I will talk about that, but I'm just not ready to yet. And I don't know why. I just don't feel like I can put it into words as succinctly, is that the word, as I should. And that's not because I'm lacking confidence, because I'm not. But she's the inner critic. But she was my protector. That's why she came. She came to protect me, Matilda. I just didn't know that, and that's what the Untold app taught me. So it is fab. If you've not looked at it and you've got an Apple, either iPad or an iPhone, then please do, if you feel that you need any sort of psychological or mental health help. It's just brilliant. I love it. So I've definitely not been doing any cooking, and you know why? Because I'm just still healing and I can't lift. I still can't even walk, Cece, God love her. But she's been going in the garden, so that's fab. Don't feel bad about that. Although Matilda tries to sneak in. She's still there, she'll always be there. But I'm just kinder to her. I used to tell her to go away, but I'm a bit kinder to her now. There's no point being mean to her, is there? Just reassure her. So, and these are all things that I've used. I knew for years that were happening to me. I spoke about Matilda long before Untold told me it was the psychological aspect I was using. Now, I'm not saying that to blow my own trumpet and say that I'm clever. I'm just saying that I didn't give myself the credit that I deserved, and now I do my Untold app. I've got a lot more faith in myself about my decisions, because a lot of the things I think about and I already know. These have been studied by psychologists and people who've studied for years and years and years. So I do know I'm very intuitive. And I do know that I've got a lot of insight, but the more I do it, the more I basically help myself and better myself, and the more that inner critic, Matilda, she won't be in me every thought, and when she is, the more I reassure her, then the kinder she will become, if that makes sense. I feel like I've told you half the story there, but if you know me, you know me, and this is who I am. What happened last night? My friends came last night, my two friends, Kelly and Lisa, to see me. That was lovely. We had a nice time. Got me some flowers. They brought me some flowers and a smelly and aren't they beautiful? A smelly for my bathroom and a tin of deodorant. If you know our Rita, she doesn't do it because she thinks we stink. But she always brings us a present every time she sees us. Like we're on a night out or an afternoon and evening out going for a meal. So that was nice. And then Cece's been going out in the garden. And yeah, it's just, I could tell you loads, because I come on here and I think I've got nothing to talk about. And then, as I always do, I talk the leg off a chair. So, but what I have started doing is, what's it called? Artistic journaling, where you don't draw but you write stuff down. Oh gosh, what's it called? I don't know, forgot. I'll tell you the name tomorrow. And I can say this, I can't draw, do you know what I mean? But I do like expressive journaling. But you do like writing, or you do stickers and all that. You've probably heard of it. So I've just spent this afternoon, rather than doom scrolling, I've had a sleep as well, I told you that, didn't I? Just doing a bit of writing. Now, I'm no Picasso, but I'm not, and I ain't gonna lie about it. But these are the only felt tips I had. I've always been interested in stuff like that. There's a little bit of bump that I've been writing a long time ago. I don't even know what that says. And then I just wrote words such as, that come to my head. First I did it, and they were just the normal run-of-the-mill words, but then the more I did it, I wrote worthy, valuable, truthful, honest, scared, brave, fearful, courageous, and courage. So I just thought that's something else for me to get into, isn't it? To sort of take me away. I do spend, some time on my phone. I've got the Monopoly game. What else do I do? I like to look at TikTok. I've got an Instagram account. So I think I need to sort of come away from that a bit now and maybe, you know, do something a little bit more artistic. I'm never going to be a Van Gogh because I can't draw. I can draw, but not... Maybe in time I'll get better at it the more I do it, who knows. But yeah, so I did that. I had a sleep, woke up and did that, and I thought, right, I'm going to go and buy myself... I've got a load of felt tip pens that my niece got me with a very fine line. I want something a bit more chunky, and I've got some thicker ones, but they're too thick. That's in that one. Let me just show you. So that was that. But see what I've done? So say grateful, happy, content, peaceful, wonderful, astounding, super great. But that was just me writing words. It wasn't until after I'd done that bit of colouring in and I was into it, I started writing words that I thought were appropriate to me. So have a go with that. So I'm going to get myself some nice pens, like thick nib felt tip pens. And I've got loads of journals because I'm always writing. I've always done that. It's just, I've never followed it through, do you know what I mean, until I had me therapy, but I've always been, still can't read. I've bought 3 books, I've tried, but then I think to myself, because I'm working so hard on me Untold at the moment, because I'm journaling through that every day, is it like, am I putting too much on my brain? Is my brain going, now come on Janine, Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm going to take the back burner on the reading, just keep doing what I'm doing. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't try to run before we can walk. Take each day as it comes and take every step. But, you know, just remember, you know, I always say it, and I know, you know, it might sound a bit repetitive, but I try and remember to be kind to myself, to love myself, to take care of myself and look after myself. And even if I get up and that yesterday, only put a lounge set on and I brushed my hair and that was it, because I was just tired. I still don't get up with that mindset, well, you know, you haven't got yourself ready, Janine, you're letting yourself down, Janine, because I'm being kind to myself and I'm going, I need a day's rest. I've just had an operation and I have got fatigue as well. So I'm learning to practice it more. Is it easy? Some days it's harder than others, but if we keep doing it, guys, it gets better. And if we stick together and do it, and we love each other and we nurture each other and we build each other up, you know, and we don't listen to anyone that wants to put you down, do you know what I'm saying? Then we can get there, can't we? And we can look in the mirror and love ourselves and think, I am beautiful. You know, beauty is the eye of the beholder. Well, you're your beholder and I'm my beholder, and I think I'm beautiful. You know, and it's took me a long time to say that. And might I get up tomorrow and think, I don't feel very beautiful today, do you know, and focus on my gammy eye or my lines on my face? I don't know. But for today, I've woke up and I thought, I am beautiful. I'm stunning. Look at me, I am stunning, because I've got a good heart. And beauty comes from within. And the more you believe that about yourself, your heart is true and pure, and that you're kind and generous, yet we've all got faults, the more your beauty for yourself will come through and shine out, all right? So shine on, people, shine on. Right, I'm going to feed Tillyman. Don't know what I'm having for my tea. Haven't decided yet. Got some chicken in the oven. But as I always say, and this is more important than anything, take care of yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself and look after yourself. Be your own number one, because this is you. You wake up with this person every morning, you go to bed with this person every night. So if there's anyone in life you should be being kind to, it's yourself. Take care. Love you lots. Bye bye.